Hello, viewers. Some of you had asked me as to how is it that you decide which skills you have to address with your child, or how is it that you start off? You suspect, yeah, my child is not okay. How is it that you go forward? How is it that you start working with your kid at home? So, this video is about that. So first and foremost, see, before you get your child to start speaking, start communicating with you, you have certain prerequisites that the child has to learn. So first would be the child focuses on you. The child is able to focus on the task in hand. The child pays attention to the same thing that you do. That's what we call as joint attention. Then the child imitates you, which is, that's how what forms the basis of learning. And then is definitely their listening skills. Listening skills meaning they can hear, but are they paying attention to what is it that they hear? It is only after the child has a certain level of mastery on these skills that they will start speaking. So how do you start off with a few tips that I generally follow? First and foremost, try and work on being able to sit with the kid for about 20 minutes to half an hour, and both of you are able to enjoy the same activity. So it need not be just one activity, number of games that you play, but are you both able to sit and focus on the same thing? Is the child able to have a sitting tolerance and work with you? That is the first step. Second step is imitation. So to learn from you, the child has to be able to imitate you, and imitation is something the children find it difficult, especially if they have their speech delays. So what do you do for that is that you start off with imitating the child first. You make yourself sufficiently interesting, and when they are playing, you do it in exactly the same way, and you tell them what it is that you're doing. So if they're clapping, you also clap and say, Amma's also clapping now, yay, and then you stop. So the child will look towards you to see whether you're going to copy them. So if the child is just waving, you also do wave, 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 and then stop. Don't say anything and don't do. So then the child will look at you. The minute they look, again you start. So this is how you start imitating the child. And the next thing that you should definitely work on is their listening skills. See, the children hear, but if they repeat, it is just repeating what they hear. What we want them to do is they have to hear and process what it is that they hear. So this is the channel that we hope to open up using listening games. So listening games means whatever is the verbal instruction you give, the child is able to comprehend and follow that. So it can be simple actions. You just say clap, clap, the child claps. Or it can be pointing out to pictures in books. Or it can be picking out colors. Or it can be going and giving the family members objects. So anything like that. So these are the skills that you start off with. Just as a recap, first is joint attention. Both of you pay attention to the same thing. Next thing is imitation. Child is able to imitate whatever it is that you're doing. And third thing is listening skills. So these are the three skills that you should look at working on with the children first, and then you work on making them repeat what you say. See, because by repeating, if they speak, it is just going to be repetition. What we want them to do is communicate with you, tell you what it is that they are feeling, rather than look at the book and say apple. When they want an apple or they see a real apple, if they're able to tell you apple, that is what is speech, isn't it? So when we are working towards that goal, these are the few tips or steps that we follow. Try it out and let me know in the comments how it goes.